one of our sweepers that we do on this show on occasion.
Oh no, you don't pull out a Seinfeld.
It does. It has a Seinfeld recipe.
You know, if it was a regular salad, I wouldn't have said anything.
About smells like 90's rock.
Yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, you know, if it was a regular salad, I wouldn't have said anything. But you have to have the big salad.
That's right. All right, so here's
Everybody seems to be buzzing about smells like 90's rock.
Yada yada yada.
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 So keep it tuned to Sheila and Hot Toddy on Volunteer Radio 90.3 The Rock.
But you yada yada over the best part.
No, I mentioned the bisque.
Yeah, there's a little Seinfeld for you. It's one of my favorite sweepers.
Love Seinfeld.
The joke is everybody's talking about us, but they're just saying yada yada yada. Get it? Because we're not.
Oh, but you yada yada over the best part.
You yada over the best part.
I mentioned the bisque.
We mentioned the bisque.
You know that I'm here, right? At like 1:01 a.m.
You are here.
I am here.
That deserves a round of applause.
Pork, you're fired. Pork, you're fired. Everybody on this show's fired, except Toddy.
Because I'm always here.
Everybody on this show's fired.
I'm always here.
Yeah, he's always here.
Where's my favorite? There it is. I just hit it at random times.
During one of the shows.
This was 2 weeks ago. When Baby J was here.
Baby J was here. She was telling the poop story of this young woman
who pooped herself
during the CVS pharmacy. And if you kept hearing the fart noises, that wasn't Toddy, that was me. I was sitting to the left of Toddy.
Yeah.
I was sitting to the left of Toddy, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is funny." So I kept pressing the poop noise and the fart noise.
You kept hitting it and
I just kept hitting it. I was like, Toddy.
You were hitting them all, and I was like losing it because the story was funny.
Yeah.
And then Fritz was hitting the buttons, and I was just like dying. Oh God.
Sniffs.
Little backstory.
Yes.
He was the host of Pour Some 80's on me before. Oh God. I forgot her name.
Safe Kicker.
Safe Kicker. Thank you. For God's sakes, I had a moment there.
That's all right.
Anyway, he was host before, and he's made appearances on our show many times. That was a Christmas special. I know you're tired of the Christmas specials. I'd be too. But this was like from 5 years ago. We gave him lines to read. Right, he was reading the lines in the play. And he's supposed to make a sniff because it was written out sniffs here, but he read it instead of doing it, and so that
was me?
No, not you. The host before Safe Kicker. We called it. His name was Dusty, but we called him.
Dusty. Yeah, I remember Safe Kicker telling me about that.
We called him S Mark.
Skid Mark.
Because he liked to talk about stuff like that. But anyway, he was reading the lines, and instead of following the cue and making a sniffing sound, he just read it.
Sniffs.
And said sniffs. And that was the hardest I ever heard Pork laugh.
Sniffs.
Pork laughed so hard and so loud at that time. I've never heard him do it as hard as he did that night. He just was. I just remember him literally bending over, dying, laughing because it was the funniest thing. It was just so random.
Sniffs.
Hot Toddy enters sniffs.
Sniffs. Whoa, that took a turn, didn't it? What just happened? What? Uh-oh, here it is again. What?
You do know that I'm here, right? To your right.
You are. You're here. You're right here.
I am, yeah.
That's over there.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, yeah. You hear the delay?
Yeah.
Pork and I have fun with that every week. Watch this. Ah! There it is. See, you hear it. Ah! Yeah! We're like 2-year-olds. We find ways to entertain ourselves on the show, as you can see. Because if you don't, it's a long 2 hours.
It's a long 2 hours. Oh yeah, especially when you're doing it by yourself.
Well, I've done the show before by myself. We have best ofs that I can play to, and I have other things that I've talked about. When I have to fill the void. But it's nice when somebody else is here.
Yeah, Pork.
Yeah,
Sheila
has an excuse. Her car wasn't working.
She wasn't an excuse. Pork. You're fired. Well, you should have a soundbite where Donald Trump's like, "You're fired."
It's weird enough. I do have a few.
Oh, you do have? Oh no,
not that one, but I do have him saying here this one.
Okay.
After he did his coronavirus speech in 2020.
Okay.
He did that. And
the China, the
China. That's how he says China. China. Bigly huge. It's bigly huge. That's my go-to Trump.
Wait, how old are you? Oh, you're almost 35.
35.
You didn't run for president.
I can't. Oh, don't.
Toddy didn't almost run for president.
Oh God.
Toddy, what was your first order of business?
And this is how you know it's the downfall at this point. If I'm old enough to run for president,
no, you're not, Toddy.
Every year from this point forward. Girl. Nah, girl. What would be my first order of business?
Yeah.
Free waffles every single day.
Free.
That would be my first.
If it was free pancakes every single day, my mouth would be agape.
Free waffles and pancakes. I'm the president. I could just make it all happen. See, that's what I'm saying.
Can you okay, sir, can you say, what if a little kid comes up to you and say, excuse me, Mr. President, can you abolish homework? You'd be like, no.
No.
You'd be like, no.
Homework is important. Because you learn. We've already been taking too much out of schools in recent history.
Yeah.
Let's leave homework there.
Yeah.
But free pancakes. And I feel like that would create a utopia. People would be so happy.
Ugh.
And you know what? I've often said, I've mentioned this to Pork, and he doesn't agree. But there is a utopia where people of all of different races, religions, sexual orientations, all of them can come together and live in harmony. Flea markets. I'm not kidding. Flea markets. You go to a flea market, because when I used to work in radio, we used to work, there was a big flea market up in North Knoxville at the Expo Center, like once or twice a year. And I would work that. And you would see just different, like literally you would see white people, black people, Latino people, and families coming in and out together. You'd see gay couples, you'd see straight couples, you'd see, it was like everybody together. I was like, the world needs to be one big flea market because it brings everybody together. So I said, that's how you make I almost said Fruitopia, which is a great drink, but no, a utopia. You make the whole world a flea market. And everybody would come in. And you go around, you see people laughing, getting along with each other. Like literally, like it's like this is what we strive to do in the world.
Yeah.
But you could only find it in a place like this, a flea market. So go figure.
Yeah.
That's my rant for the evening. Make the world a flea market and free waffles and pancakes.